To have you here for a midweek edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This should be an intriguing contest. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson. Joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Allie LaForce in a moment. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Papanikolaou. Knocks it down from distance.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Here's Musa. Right wing. Three-pointer. Sinks the tray.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. Yeah, guys, Coach mentioned how Domantas Sabonis can be a game wrecker in the paint. Coach told me we need to get big bodies on Sabonis and force him outside, make him move around. We need to knock him off the blocks if we can. So it sounds like the defensive game plan may revolve around Sabonis, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Here's Garuba. The three is up. Connects from downtown. Garuba's got 6 points.
Wow. Some strong perimeter shooting here in the first quarter.
How do you stop this? I mean, it seems like they can't miss.
Fournier for three. Pure from three-point range.
Fournier saying, you sink one on us, I'm coming right back at you.
Here's Campazzo. To the right side. Here's Garuba. No good with the triple. And they're on the run. Pass to Vezenkov. Outside Fournier. The three is up. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
There's the triple. Garuba with the bucket. 9 points in the game.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. On the wing, Fournier. Beyond the arc. Knocks down the long J. Fournier's got his second basket.
And quite honestly, Fournier just has a good basketball IQ, a high basketball IQ. Knowing even before he gets the pass that he's got time and space to shoot.
Drops in the three.
And I'm just impressed with their effort here early. They've hit the offensive glass so hard.
And those putback baskets contributing to their lead.
Pass to Vezenkov. Unloads. Deck with a rebound.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Here's Musa. Pure from three-point range.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment.
Here's Vezenkov. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. This one for three. It's hauled in by Fall. The three. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. Here's Musa. A Chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Takes the three, and it falls. 4 for 8 for him from the floor.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him at all times, or he will bury you.
Pass to Garuba. Puts up a three. Knocks down the long J. Garuba's got 12 points in the game.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Fournier's got 3 threes to go so far. Musa. Pass to Garuba. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Lets it go from deep. Counted from distance. He's got 15.
It's impossible to win when you give up second and third chances to score.
At some point, guys, it comes down to pride. Start banging on your chest and get after it from your heart. I mean, you've got to at least offer some resistance. You can't just let guys do what they want in there.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. They lead by 12. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
Sends it home from three-point land. Ibaka's got his first 3 points of the game. Here's Peters. The three. That shot, no good.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
To the middle. Now Ibaka. Fires for three. The shot, no good. Here's Dorsey. Pass to Evans. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. And down it goes. Dumped it through off a beautiful setup.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Nails it from three.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
We're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter, and Dorsey gets it to go.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
The three. Injai can't hit. Off target with the three. The three is up. Gets the 3 ball to go. He's got 6.
Hey, but D's got to be better. I mean, that's a high-quality look for him.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Peters. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And here's Ibaka. They set the pick. Launches it. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Pass to Evans. Here we go. Here's Injai. Ibaka for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Ibaka's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. It took him a while to get going.
There's a minute 40 left to play in the first half.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
He drops it from range. Ibaka's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Pass to Dorsey. Shot to stop the run. Five to shoot. Sinks the tray.
Hey, you leave him open, he's going to make the defense pay for that level of disrespect.
They set a pick. Out to the wing. Here's Azonia. Offensive board. Pass to Ibaka. From downtown. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Can't get it to go. His second miss in 6 tries.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Musa. 12 points for him. No good on the quick 3.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Peters. Let's go with a 3. That shot off.
He's certainly been cold this quarter, guys, but trying to shoot his way back into a groove.
Garuba with the bucket.
Major dominance, and it comes so easily for him. Fantastic at getting to his spots on the floor.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Here's Musa. Oh, at the buzzer! Wow!
I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game, delivering the blowout. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
You know what I was just thinking about, fellas? The NBA has lots of bright lights, maybe too bright for some.
Speaking of bright, Ernie, can we wear sunglasses on the set? You know, I'm looking at Shaq's head, and it's really, that wax he put on his head, oh my God, it's just glaring in my eye.
Changing focus now to the tough first half for the visiting team.
They don't want it enough. They're gonna...
And that is going to do it for us.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Here's Papanikolaou. Yet to see a basket. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Deck in at the small forward position. The shot by Vezenkov, no good.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Deck, that's good.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Pass to Vezenkov. Gets a very good look and converts. 5 points in the game. Here's Campazzo. They set the pick from outside the arc. The rebound by Vezenkov. Any hope of coming back to win this game looks near impossible.
I know. The way things have gone so far, hard to imagine.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition 3 there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
But that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
Here's Musa. And no good. The dry spell continues.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Deck passes to Garuba. Here's Musa. Fires in the triple.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Fournier for 3. Misfires there. 4 for 6 in the game now. Launches a 3. Pass to Musa. Here's Deck. Just 5 to shoot. No good on the 3. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Vazinkov. Misses the 3.
The scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Here's Campazzo. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Pass to Fournier from behind the arc. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
They've struggled, but hey, you cannot lay it at his feet. Offensively, he's getting it done.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Campazzo. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Outside Fournier. 4-3. They grab their own miss. Here's Vazinkov. Knocks down the triple. Vazinkov's got 6 points in the quarter.
That's his 3rd triple of the night, his 2nd since halftime.
Here's Musa. Fournier covering. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. He's got 21.
Putting on a shooting clinic from deep. He had that huge first half, and he's still rolling.
3-pointer. Deck with a rebound.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Here's the break. Pass to Fournier. Takes the 3. Oh, he drains it. His 6th making 9 tries so far.
He hit 3 triples in the first half, 3 more since. That's nothing to shrug at.
Lets it go from deep. Here's Musa. Takes a 3. And the 3-pointer goes.
He's absolutely killing it from outside.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Vazinkov. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Campazzo. Pass to Musa. That'll count. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Pass to Ibaka. Beyond the arc. Doesn't go that time.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Fires from deep. He buries it from 3.
The defense takes a chance, leaves him open at the arc, and he capitalizes.
Screen by Ibaka. There's the triple. Hits a three-pointer.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
Pass to Dorsey. Puts up a three. Hits the trifecta.
Dorsey.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
The three ball knocks it down from distance. Dorsey's got 6 points in the quarter.
Gotta D him up better than that. He's simply too good from beyond the arc.
The three. And no good. Here's Peters. This one for three. He can't hit that time. Here's Injai. There's the three. No good there. Ibaka with a steal. From deep three-point land. Injai can't hit. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Plenty of room to knock down that one. Ooh, poked away. Here's Peters.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
To the wing, right side. Sinks it from distance.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
The three is up. That shot off the mark.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
From deep. Offensive rebound. Pass to Ibaka. 6 to shoot. Fires the three. And it's Dorsey with the rebound. Right wing. Lets the three fly. Peters' shot is good. Peters has got 6 here in the quarter.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Puts up a deep three. Can't hit that one. 1:06 left to play in the fourth quarter. A deep three. Doesn't go for him. Evans has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Puts up a deep three. And he can't get that one. Here's Peters. Fires away from way outside. And Azonia pulls it down. .29 seconds left to play in the fourth. Fires from way outside. Oh, wow! Are you kidding me?
Oh, from long range.
Goodness!
What a shot.
So the home crowd treated to a win. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't.
basketball fans, you've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. It's Athens facing the home team. A look at the starting group for Athens. We've got Yurtsevin, and it's Osman in at the 4 spot. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. He's guarded closely. Here's Lucas. Sinks the three-pointer.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Ray.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Those three-pointers off the mark. And now Athens on the break. Here's the three. Rebound by Javaris. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Here's Garuba. Pass to depth for three. Yurtsevin with the rebound. Now Athens with it. There's a screen. Out to the right wing. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. Here's Garuba. Pass to Musa. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Down low. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Good on the triple. Musa's got 6.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Lucas. And he uses the glass on the layup.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Here's Garuba. It's good from long range.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Over in the corner, Osman. 5 to shoot. Back to Hernan Gomez. Athens needs to get a shot off. And it's Osman missing.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
Campazzo, the pass to Tavares. A minute 50 left to play in the first. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. And now Athens on the break. Over in the corner, Yurtsevin. Here's Osman. Hasn't made one yet. And here's Hernan Gomez outside. Here's Garuba. Out to the right wing. From deep. Offensive rebound. Pass to Musa. Shoots the 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Musa's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then a nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
There's Lucas. And Garuba pulls it down. There's 53 seconds left here in the opening quarter. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. And now Athens on the break. Athens moving the ball around. Lucas passes to Hernan Gomez. Now Yurtsevin. Shot clock at 6. Musa grabs the miss. Here's Campazzo. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. This one for 3. Musa with the bucket. Musa's got 12 in the game.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Lucas passes to Hernan Gomez. Here's Yurtsevin. Oh, he got it to go.
Bam. Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Well, you love nailing the last.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Up by 3. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
Taking a look at Athens. Nunn finds Grant. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Ibaka right side. Ibaka with the screen on Nunn. Here's Ewing. Trains the three-pointer. Huey's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Grant on the wing. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. It's stolen by Ibaka. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Ibaka with the screen on Nunn. Here's Huey. Back to Ibaka. There's the three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Back to Nunn. A rebound by Hazanya.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Athens with another miss. Guys, they've been getting it done at both ends during this run.
Yeah, really tough to say where they've been better.
On Tuesday and then on Wednesday, first trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That's good from Hazanya. He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Now Nunn, still scoreless. Petro, good on the shot. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Ibaka right side. Here's Njai. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. Grant gets a wide open look. Hits the three-point bomb. Grant's got it back down to within single digits for Athens. Ibaka for three. Buries the long-range jumper. Ibaka's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Launches a three. Over to the left wing. Tries again. Pass to Nunn. Here's Grant. Athens moving the ball around. There's the pick. Here's Nunn. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going. .103 left in the first half. To the wing right side. Lets the three fly. Hits it from three-point range. Nunn's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Ibaka outside. For the three. Missed the shot. He's 3 for 4 in the game. And now Athens on the break. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's Huey. Misses the three. And he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. To the inside. Deflects the pass. Here's the break. Hazonia defending. Grant surveying the D. The three ball. Athens with another miss. That'll do it for the first half. They lead by 8. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Athens, 22.
Let's talk about our winner from the Western Conference.
When it comes to running the offense, he's been exceptional, making smart play calls.
Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the home team.
They're up because of...
And that is it for halftime.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Athens trails by 8. And it's Campazzo in at the 1 spot. Here's Osman. He has yet to score. And so it looks like Athens will retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Here's Yurtsevin. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 5. Unhindered, going all the way. Taking a look at Athens. We've got Yurtsevin, and it's Lucas in at the point. Here's Garuba. Knocks down the 3-ball. Garuba's got 6 points.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
The 3. Drills it from outside. 5 points in the game.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
They set the pick. Here's Musa. Out to the right wing. Campazzo nailed from three-point land.
He shot a lower than average volume here tonight, but his efficiency doing it has helped the team build the lead.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Commissioner Silver has been direct. The NBA is hoping for more competitive All-Star games. Now, they've said as much before, but last year's high-scoring All-Star game did precede the league's not-so-subtle move to cut down on foul calls and allow for more defense overall. They are trying to get it right. Kevin?
And it couldn't be a great game without defense, so we like the direction. BA, thank you. Driving to the basket. There's Lucas. Fires from the corner. And Garuba pulls it down.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
From past the arc, Herman Gomez grabs the miss. Athens trails by 11. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going. Well, him dominating the offensive end is what accounts for this lead. Just a very difficult guy to stop once he gets going.
Here's Lucas. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Here's Musa. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Pass to Garuba. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the third. Here's Campazzo. Picked his pocket. And they're moving it up. And the 3 off target.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Deck's shot is good.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
1:06 left here in the third quarter. Puts up a 3. Deck pulls it in.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had one in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
The offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
And guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead.
There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Yurtsevin. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And it's a completely new group for Athens. Here's Huey. Screened by Ibaka. And Huey kicks to Ibaka. Buries it from three-point range. Ibaka's got 12.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Here's Nunn. And just miss after miss right now.
Athens foul call. Grant. First personal foul. First team foul.
Ibaka looking for an opening. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Yeah, now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Delivering the blowout. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Huey, and it's Njai in at the force line.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
There's a good screen. Nunn can't get it to fall.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Njai's shot is off.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Here's Nunn. Drills the three-pointer.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Ibaka outside. They get it back. Pass to Azania. Lets it go from deep. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Athens moving the ball around. Now here's Nunn. Hazonia defending. Another 3 for Athens.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Huey, the pass to Njai. From deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Athens.
There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Pass to Grant.
Team foul. Huey. First personal foul. First team foul.
And he makes the first.
At the line.
And Athens will go with a different look here.
Grant. Taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both. Here's Huey. Puts up a deep 3. Yurtsevin with the rebound. Athens trails by 16. Pass to Osman. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Athens. Yurtsevin's got 4 rebounds now tonight. There's Lucas. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
From deep 3-point land. Herman Gomez grabs the miss.
2 minutes remaining.
And here is Athens now. They trail by 16. Here's Lucas. Athens with another miss.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Puts up a deep three. Yurtsevin kicks to Grant. Three-pointer. A rebound by Hazanya. Here's Huey. Hernan Gomez covering to end the cold streak. Good on the three-point shot.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They're pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Fires away from way outside. Here's Huey. Launches it from deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Here's Osman. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Here's Huey. It's Herzonia in the corner. There's 31 seconds left in the game. It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Here's Huey. Fires from way outside. And so the home crowd treated to a win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy,
Monday, everyone. This evening, we bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. And the starting group for Athens.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Vezenkov. Knocks it loose. 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Yurtseven. Here's Hernan Gomez. And he dunks it down.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
We played just over a minute here in the first. Jacks up a three. It's hauled in by Fall. Pass to Vizenkov. Here's Fall. He's covered by your 7. Fires the 3. Drains the triple.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Outside Fournier. Pass to Fall. Here's Papanikolaou. He's covered by your 7. Now here's Fournier. And there's a pick. And that one off the back of the rim and in. It's a tie ball game. Well, if you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Here's Papanikolaou, out left to the wing. Here's Vizenkov. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Athens leading by 3. For 3. And again, it's Athens with a 3.
Oh, it's just raining threes for them early.
Outside Fournier. From deep. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Osman. Fournier covering. 5 on the clock. From the arc. Drills it from deep.
Outstanding long-range shooting here early. They already have hit multiple shots from downtown.
Pass to Fall to the right side. There's a screen. Here's Vizenkov. And it's off from three-point range. We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter. Fournier covering. Pass to Yurt-7. Yurt-7 a screen. On target from range. 12 points for him.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Connects from downtown.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Here's the 3. And that's his 3rd miss in 7 attempts.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. And there's the screen. Pulls it from the corner. It's hauled in by Athens.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
No good on the buzzer beater. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. It's Athens up 6. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Athens.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
And for Athens,
that's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Out to the right wing. Here's Peters. Buries it from 3.
Well, you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Outside Nunn. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. All right, a chance to check out the upcoming schedule for Athens. On Wednesday, then on Friday. Here's Evans. Nunn defends. From downtown. The shot by Evans, no good.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Outside Nunn. The three is up. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
They set the screen. Pass to Evans. Shot clock at 5. To the left side wing. Here's Peters. It's hauled in by Athens.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in. Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Pass to Dorsey. Here's Peters. Beyond the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. Peters has got 6 in the quarter.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
Left side Nunn. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
And so far, there's been tremendous cohesion offensively this quarter.
Here's the pick. Three-pointer. Nails it from 3.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Pass to Graham. Back to Nunn. And he banks in the layup. Nunn's got 8 points.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
1:31 left to play in the first half. Here's Dorsey. Here's Peters. He has 6. Pass to Evans. Just 5 on the clock. Knocks down the long J. He has 6.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Back to Grant. 55 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. And off target. He starts the game 0 for 1. Here's Peters. Drains the triple. And now just a 3-point Athens lead.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Nunn, the pass to Graham. Back to Nunn. Shot from the top of the key. His first miss of the game. 3 of 4 from the field now. Here's Evans. That one's good. This game is all even. Evans has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's Grant. Fires it. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
That does it for halftime. Let's get...
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. So on the floor for Athens. Here's Vezinkov. Pass to Fournier. Here's Papanikolaou. Here's Vezinkov. Down low. The kick out to Fournier. Here's Vezinkov. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Let's go with a three. No, 4 for 9 from the floor now.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Papanikolaou. No made baskets yet. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. From deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got his 4th rebound in this one. There's a screen. Here's Papanikolaou. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
First team foul.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
0.
No good on the second free throw. And he nails the third. Athens trails by 6. Yurtseven a screen from the arc. The shot no good.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold shooting.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Hits the trifecta. He's got 15 points.
This has been a running theme for him. Hit a number of threes in the first half, now nails another.
Over to the wing. Here's Vezinkov. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Vezinkov's got 6 points.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Fournier. To the left wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Papanikolaou.
2 minutes remaining.
Off the mark there with a 3. Athens trails by 6. The 3. Here's Osman. There's the 3. The rebound by Vezinkov.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Minute 35 left in the third. And the 3 off target.
Now that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Fires the 3. Sinks it from distance. Vezinkov's got 6 in the quarter.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Ooh, had a nice open look right there. Osman's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Outside Fournier. launches it. The offensive rebound. Here's Papanikolaou. There's a screen. From outside the arc. The kick out to Fournier. That three's off the mark. And they're on the break for the tie. And again, it's Athens with a three.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Here's Vezenkov. Fires in the triple. Vezenkov's got 12.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Leading by 3. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
So it's the home team now. 3-point lead. So on the floor for Athens. Here's Dorsey. He's covered by Grant. Pass to Evans. Here's Peters. Shot clock at 6. Hits a three-pointer.
Well, you know what's going to happen when he gets a good look. The defense has got to run him off the line.
Outside none. Grant outside. This one for 3. It doesn't go for him. Here's Evans. Pass to Dorsey. There's a screen. Here's Evans. Nunn defends. Pulls up, high post. Deflected. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. And some changes here for Athens. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Lets the 3 fly. He's off on that one.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Peters. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Yurtseven. For 3. Pure from 3-point range. 21 points in the game.
And if you thought the break would slow him down, you were wrong. He remained red hot from deep.
Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. They set a pick. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Dorsey. Here's Evans. The 3. They get the rebound. Takes a 3. He drops it from range.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open beyond the arc.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow. Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And again, it's Athens with a 3.
And they've been relying on his three-point stroke all game. And he doesn't let them down when it matters most.
Well, it's one thing to hit threes when it doesn't matter. It's another to do it in clutch time. It takes a special player.
Athens trails by 6. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Out to the right wing. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's the pick. Takes the 3. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend. You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
And they suck the air right out of this place by drilling the 3. Could be what saves the day for them.
To the paint. Pass to Dorsey. Here's Peters. Clock at 6. Here's Dorsey. They get it back. The three-pointer off the mark.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. To the wing on the left. No good from outside. Deflects the pass. Here's Evans. Fires away from way outside. It counts. And so the home crowd treated to a win. Boy, a hard-fought game.
Good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Tavares in at the center, locking down the middle. Musa can't hit. Inside. Pulls up for three. That one's good. Vazenkov.
First point of the night, and you know this is going to be a battle of matchup.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they willing to go exploit.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Musa. Beyond the arc. A nice shot by Garuba.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Pass to Vazenkov. into the paint. Outside Fournier. 6 to shoot. Takes a 3. Rebound by Tavares.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
From downtown, Zusta can't hit.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Pass to Fournier. Here's Vezenkov. It's deflected. Here's Musa. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Musa's got his second bucket of the night.
The three-pointer becomes a very high percentage shot when he's that wide open. You better get a hand in his face.
Here's the screen. Got that bucket in no time at all.
When you make a three on him, Fournier wants a little payback, and he gets it.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Musa can't hit.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Shot by Papanikolaou, no good. Here's Musa. He has 6. Wide open shot is on the money. Musa's got 8 points. Musa's gone 50% from the field, 3 of 6. Pass to Vezenkov. Launches from deep. Rebound by Tavares. Tavares has got 4 rebounds now tonight. From deep three-point land, an absolute bomb from three-point range. He's got 11.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again. Look out.
I mean, that's a rugged play.
That's straight toughness.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. They get it back. Out left to the wing. Here's Garuba. Pass to Musa. Fires for 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Oh, good on the triple. Here's Huey. Back to Hezonja. From the arc. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Here's Peters. The 3. He's off on that one.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going this. And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a drive.
Basket good.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Ibaka outside. Got it up. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
You've got Hezonja, and it's Ibaka in at the center position.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Jacks up a 3. Sinks the triple. Ibaka's got his second bucket tonight.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Here's Peters. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Their field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Three-pointer. Lasagna's shot is off. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Peters kicks to Evans. Now Dorsey, still without a basket. From outside the arc, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they're shooting really well from long range this quarter. They should keep looking to the three-point shot for some extra offense.
Ibaka outside. Launches it. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Over to the wing. There's the pick. Fires from deep. A shot missing.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Kept alive. Pass to Azania. To the left side wing. Lets it go with the three. Peters grabs the miss. Cuts off the pass. Fires the three. Lasagna's shot is off. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And it's Evans missing. Here's Huey from beyond the arc and then some. Huey's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. The trade. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often. I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Pass to Ibaka. Fires the three. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Wow, he has been unstoppable from outside in the second quarter. The threes are just flowing.
1:31 left to play here in the half. They set the pick. Here's Dorsey. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Here's Huey from outside off the mark. Huey's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Evans outside. 59 seconds left in the second quarter.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
From deep three-point territory. Ibaka, no luck. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it. And he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. .34 seconds left now here in the second.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Well, that is inexcusable. That kind of shot selection won't do them any good. But you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
There's the triple. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Here's Peters. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. He got it up, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And we finished one half of basketball. Up 6. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
They've had the hot hand from deep, so I'm giving these guys the green light. Keep riding the perimeter game until they take it away.
Let's turn our attention to the three-point shootout and highlight some of the top candidates. And that concludes.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. They've got Fall, and it's Vezenkov in at the 4 spot. Here's Musa. They swipe it. And it's Campazzo in at the 1. Fournier passes to Papanikolaou. They set the screen. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Fall in at the 5 spot. Drills it from outside. Musa's got 17.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
And it's Garuba in at the power forward. And it's Vezenkov missing. Vezenkov's gone 1 of 4 from the field. Pass to Tavares. Out left to the wing. Fast break. Here we go. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Here's Campazzo. No scoring in this one. Here's the 3. He can't get it to go. Here's Fall. And he dumps it down.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. To the right side. Jack passes to Tavares. Here's Garuba. Takes the 3. Cans it from downtown. He's got 6.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Fournier dishes to Papanikolaou. Back to Fournier. Fires away from outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
No fear, and Evan Fournier pulling the trigger from outside the arc. That range, impressive.
Here's Garuba. Off target with his 3.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Swiped away. Fast break, here they come. From deep. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Here's Vezenkov. Buries the long-range jumper. Vezenkov's got 6 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Papanikolaou. Sinks the three-pointer.
And now this game's taken on a whole new feel since halftime.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
There's 1:47 left here in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Misses the J after tricking the D with the nifty pass fake. .115 left to play in the third. Spins. Here's Papanikolaou. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Papanikolaou's got his second basket of the game. And the call will be against Fournier. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
54 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Huey. Here's Njai. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Vazenkov. To the left wing. Just 5 to shoot. There's the pick. For 3, Fournier. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Njai. Ibaka outside. He gets it up. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
That is a huge three-pointer. Extends the lead at the last possible second.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Up by 8. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Here's Dorsey. Hezonja defending. And Dorsey kicks to Evans. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound. They set the pick. Second chance shot. And right on target with the switch.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
They've got Huey, and it's Hezonja at the 3, the small forward.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Here's Huey, pass to Hezonja. Right wing, here's Njai. Misses the 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Evans kicks to Dorsey. Jacks up a 3. Connects from three-point range.
Making a huge difference from deep tonight. That was a big-time shot.
That's where the bulk of his offense has come from, and they're going to need a few more of them before this one's over.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Evans outside. Pass to Peters. Out to the right wing. Now Dorsey. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Ibaka with the screen on Evans. The 3. No good.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Dorsey, that's good.
Not everyone has the green light to take that 3 in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Ibaka for 3. Here's Huey. Pass to Ibaka. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Ibaka's got 27 points.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
That's an important shot right there, guys. I mean, he's produced from deep all game long.
Yeah, he's done more work outside the arc than inside, and that's not going to change now. They'll ride his long-range game all the way to the end of this one.
Screen by Ibaka. Here's Huey, covered by Evans. Evans with the steal. Peters passes to Dorsey. Fires from deep. A three-pointer is right on target. He's got 21.
And you talk about getting back into the game, folks. 3 is better than 2.
And you don't need to tell him that. He's used the three-point shot as his primary weapon today.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
Crushing blow to the host right there. I mean, they were in this game for what felt like only a second before instantly giving that three-pointer.
And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Dorsey's got 15 points here in the second half. Ibaka with the ball. The long distance three is buried.
And talk about a terrific stroke. The defense was hoping that a three ball that deep wasn't going in.
Pass to Evans. Over to the wing. There's a screen. Here's Dorsey. It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within three.
And the crowd is loving this long-range bomb attack that we're seeing here tonight. Coming right back to answer a three with one of their own. The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
There's 39 seconds left in the fourth. Fires from way outside. The rebound by Ibaka.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
And funny thing is, if that doesn't get you benched, I have no idea what would.
We've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
Beyond the arc. Doesn't go for it. And they get it back. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
Hello and welcome to Saturday night with the NBA on 2K Sports. An exciting game on the way. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Campazzo in at the point. Osman on the wing. Three-pointer. Garuba with a rebound. Lets it go from deep. Connects from downtown.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
On offense, here is Athens. It's a three-point game. Inside, here's Osman. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Musa, no good. And now just over a minute played here in the first. And he's going for the oop here. Hammers the lob through.
Great teamwork and great timing.
Oh, spectacular play. Here's Musa, fires from deep. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Misses the jumper from the wing.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Jacks up a three, and it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
And 3 for 4 to start, showing some rhythm.
Hernan Gomez on the wing. From deep, and he drops that one in. Here's Musa. He has 6. Here's Garuba. Knocks it down from distance. Garuba's got 6.
Outstanding long-range shooting here early. They already have hit multiple shots from downtown.
The 3 is up. That one is off.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Athens foul call. Number 40. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Musa.
That missed aside, they're off to a strong start at the offensive end.
No good on the quick three. Down low. Here's Osman, and that one is hammered home.
While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his balance.
Garuba. He buries it from 3. He's got 9.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
You're 7 a screen. Corner shot. No good on the shot. There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter here. 4-3. To the wing, right side. Here's Campazzo. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Athens trails by 7. Fires the 3. Drills it from deep.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Here's Garuba. 9 points in the game. Here's Musa. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter here. Drops in the 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drained a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. On offense, here is Athens. Trailing by 4. They get it again. Offline with a 3.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field. It seems really frustrated.
Over to the left wing. There's a screen. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Athens. Yurt 7's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Hernan Gomez. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. Up 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc, and as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
Ball stolen. Here's Hazonia. Out to the wing. Ibaka for 3, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Pass to none. From behind the arc. Throws it up high.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. Ibaka for 3. Sends it home from 3-point land.
3 points.
Ibaka's got 6 points in the quarter.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
Hey, here's none for 3. It's rebounded by Ibaka. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. From outside, off the mark. Athens trails by 8. Pass to none. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
First personal foul.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Athens shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Now here's Ibaka. He's got 6. The 3 ball. On target from range. Ibaka's got 9.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
To the middle. Here's Grant. Soft touch off the glass.
No, it's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Ibaka with a screen on Nunn. Pass to Ibaka. Finished off the break.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Knocks down the triple. Ibaka's got 12 now in this quarter.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Grant outside. Right side, Nunn. Lets it fly. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second.
2 minutes remaining.
From deep three-point lands. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Launches a three. Injai can't hit. And so Grant will bring it up for Athens. 7-point differential. Hey, here's Nunn for three. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Ibaka.
And if they want to mount a comeback here, they need him to get going. It's just that simple.
Launches it from deep, from beyond the arc, and then some.
Oh, nice looking shot. I mean, especially from that deep.
To the inside. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Here's Hazonia. No good on the three. Athens trails by 8. Outside Nunn. From downtown, and he gets it to go. Now 2 of 6 in the game.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
They set the screen. Here's Ibaka. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Ibaka's got 14 points.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Grant gets it to go. Grant's got his second bucket on the night.
The adjustment, man, what a finish.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, and you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Pass to Hazonia. Back to Ibaka. Tipped. It could go. Can't get it to drop. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. They're up by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Man, I think for Athens, the last game of their season and plenty to play for. They're still holding that #1.
And circling back to the first half, things have not gone as planned for Athens.
You know, I love what they're doing.
And that's it for halftime.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Campazzo, the pass to Garuba. Fires the three. Gets the 3 ball to go. He's got 12.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Deck in at the 3, the small forward. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
Athens shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
The line for Athens.
It's both from the stripe.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
And for Athens, here's Musa. Pass to Garuba. Here's the 3. Here's Campazzo. Here's Musa. 6 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. Back to Campazzo. Here's Deck. And finally, they hit one. Deck's got his first 2 points.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Osman. There's the 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Here's Musa. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Athens trails by 5. Pass to Hernan Gomez. And again, it's Athens with the 3.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc, because everyone has a three-point shot now.
For 3. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Take it away. Here's Campazzo. No points so far. Pass to Garuba. The 3 is up. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Hernan Gomez with it. Over to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots it from the corner. Deck with a rebound. Pass to Musa. Back to Garuba. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Shooting for the away team.
He's off on the second.
Two minutes remaining in the third.
Let's go with a 3. It's hauled in by Athens. Yurtseven's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Musa. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by Athens.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
And here's Yurtseven. To stop the run. Osman, no good.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
Here's Musa. Sinks the tray.
Musa.
He's got 12.
Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the game.
Remember, they had 0 turnovers at the half. It's been a very different story so far since the break.
And great job to establish position and square up.
They absolutely want to add to what's already a big lead.
No question, B.A. No reason to let up. Just keep playing your game.
Ibaka for 3. Oh, he drains it. His 6th make and 9 tries so far.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Nunn finds Grant. The shot from the low post is good. Grant's got 6 points.
He's getting after it, but needs some help if they're going to get it done.
To the paint. Out left to the wing. They set the pick. Ibaka for 3. The rebound by Nunn. Athens trails by 13. From behind the arc. And the three-pointer goes. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Ibaka with it. He's got 17. Injai passes to Ibaka. This one for 3. No good. As we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Up by 10. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Inside. Oh, it's stolen. Here's Hazonia. Puts up a three. Counted from distance.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
They set the pick. Hey, here's none for three. Injai grabs the miss. Injai's got his fourth rebound in this one. High post Ibaka. Screen by Ibaka. Offensive rebound. Athens trails by 13. Hey, here's none for three. Injai grabs the miss. Injai's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
And here's Grant from the arc. Injai grabs the miss. Injai's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Hazonia. Three-pointer in transition.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a three like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
Back to Nunn. Takes a three. Gets the three to fall.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your three, and I'll raise you another three.
Ibaka for three. It's hauled in by Athens. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. They are blowing this one open.
Maybe the only question is how big will this lead grow?
Nunn defends. Pass to Inja. 6 to shoot. The three ball. Unable to get that one.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Down low.
How sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass. Set up the alley-oop flush. Oh, got a piece of it. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Nunn.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
From deep three-point range, they get it again. Right wing. From deep three-point land, it's hauled in by Athens. Yurt Seven's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Out to the right wing. 4-3, hits the trifecta.
Well, they're on the right path now, but still in a pretty big hole.
But this is a game again, and the other side has to be feeling a little bit nervous with how quickly that lead vaporized.
That assertive mentality, I mean, just rising up from deep and draining it.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. And you look around the league, we're witnessing a changing of the guard, Richard. A lot of young teams on the rise.
I think so. LeBron, Curry can only rule the roost for so long. Eventually, that torch has to be passed.
From the arc. And again, it's Athens with a three.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
And the foul on Omer Yurtseven. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Checking in for the away
51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Fires the three. Nails it from beyond the arc.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
No good that time. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. It's rebounded by Yurtseven. On offense, here is Athens. They're on a 14-6 run. Off target from outside. Fires from way outside. And so the road team gets the W in this one. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team and Athens. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Evan Fournier and it's Papanikolaou in at the 3 spot. Pass to Fall. Here's Papanikolaou. Fade away. It's hauled in by Athens. Fires the 3. Fall with the rebound. He's defended by Yurtsevin. About 1 minute into the first quarter. It's the 3-point bomb.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I did have a chance to talk with the head coach for Athens. When I asked Coach about his top priority of this game, he said, without hesitating, containing Sabonis. He added, he's a skilled low-post player who plays with a lot of power. And when he's not scoring, he's making plays for his teammates. So the defense has its work cut out for them. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Now, here's Fournier. 5 on the clock. Pass to Papanikolaou. Shoots it. Good as the jump shot falls. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Osman lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Beautiful reverse using his body to shield the finish. Nicely done.
Here's Papanikolaou. Hernan Gomez covering. Hits it from 3-point range. Papanikolaou's got his second bucket of the night.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Out to the right wing. Athens moving the ball around. Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound to the wing right side. It's good from long range. He's got 5.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Pass to Vizenkov. And now Athens on the break. Pulls up. Again, Athens.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Offline with his 3.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Papanikolaou. No good, unable to end this run.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
No good from Hernan Gomez. Outside Fournier. The 3 ball. Pass to Papanikolaou. Here's Lucas. That 3 off the mark. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And he's not going to miss those very often. Even from deep, the D has to close out a little stronger on him.
Started by Fournier to the right side. Pulls it up. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And shot on the way. Yurtsevin with the rebound.
you almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Lucas passes to Osman. 1 second left. Connects. The jumper drops. 11 points in the game.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a...
And so it's Athens holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll return shortly. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Athens.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
And it's Evans missing. Athens leading by 10. Grant the pass to Nunn. Here's the screen. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Here's Dorsey. Knocks down the three ball. Dorsey's got his first 3 points of the game.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
To the middle. Got a piece of it. Over to the left wing. Papa Petro. Good on the triple.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Peters. Over to the wing. They set the pick. Fires for three. That's it. And the Athens lead is cut back down again to single digits with those points from Dorsey.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in a single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable. Nunn looking around. Takes a three. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
They are heating up, percolating here in the second quarter, letting it fly from distance.
They set the pick. Pass to Dorsey. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots it up. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Dorsey's got 8 points here in this quarter.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out, but looks like they're putting it together right now.
Driving inside, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Evans against Nunn. Launches it. Peters grabs the miss. 41 seconds left in the first half of the game. Trains the three-pointer.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Grant kicks to none. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds.
Substitution on the court.
Athens leading by 6. Grant surveying the D. Front past the arc. Traps in the tray. Nunn's got 9.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
So it's Athens ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Greetings, everybody.
Taking a look at the visitors, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in it.
And looking back on the first half of our game, it hasn't gone according to plan for the visiting team. Thank you for being with us.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Nunn's gone 3 of 6 shooting from the field, 50% so far. We've got Yurtsevin, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the small forward. A three-pointer, no good. Papanikolaou's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Fall in at the center, filling out the middle. It's Lucas. The teardrop falls in. He's got 13.
How about that wonderful floater he has? Showing off an exquisite touch.
For 3, Fournier, and the 3 ball is good.
And Fournier has been an absolutely lights-out long-distance shooter every season he's been in the league.
They set the screen. Clock at 6. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. It's Fournier on the wing. Stolen away. And now Athens on the break. Finished off the break.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Pass to Fall. It's Fournier on the wing. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Athens. Here's Osman. Here's Lucas. Drills it from outside. And Athens leads by 13.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Athens foul called. Number 40. First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Outside Fournier.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
There's a good screen. Launches a 3. Another 3 for Athens.
Oh, wow, 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Vizenko. And nothing is falling for him right now. Here's Osman for the three. Fall with the rebound. And they're staring at a sizable deficit.
And still within reach, though, that they don't have to rush things.
Here's Vazenkov. No good on the three. Vazenkov's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Good on the triple. 11 points in the game.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Vazenkov, the second chance points on the tip in. Vazenkov's got 5. Athens leading by 17. Here's Lucas. Another three for Athens.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
55 seconds left in the third. And he's good on the 3 ball.
3 points.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's the lob to the hoop. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And here they come. Here's Fall. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
There's Lucas. Another three for Athens.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And so it's Athens with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. You can't get that one. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household name.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
None against Evans. From downtown, drops in the tray.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
For 3. Here's Peters. Pass to Dorsey. There's the screen. 4 on the clock. And he hits the jump shot. Here's Nunn. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Off target from three-point range. Here's Dorsey. Connects from three-point range.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Grant the pass to Nunn over Evans. Nunn can't get it to fall.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Athens.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
And it's a completely new group for Athens. Dorsey, that's good. Athens leading by 16. Lucas, covered by Evans. Over in the corner, Yurtsevin. Stolen by Evans. No good from outside. Three-pointer. Sinks the three-pointer. 28 points for him.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of...
Oh my goodness! That was special.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
Just 5 on the clock. Hernan Gomez passes to Slukas. Puts one up from 19, and it falls over the rim and in. And Athens leads by 19.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial. Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Athens leading by 16. Pass to Osman, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Van showing some terrific range.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
.56 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Slukas, covered by Evans. Slukas. Peters grabs the miss. Evans outside. Pass to Dorsey. Puts up a deep three. Out to the wing. It's good from long range.
3.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
From deep three-point territory. So it's Athens winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability.